3, the score inside the Cobourg Community Center. The Kodiaks and the Brooklin Lacrosse Club. Back and forth action in that opening 20. Being joined by Kodiaks General Manager John Webb. And John, the big story is the changes you guys have made. And I think the biggest one, behind the bench, the big man, Brandon Francis. How did he get on your radar?
Yeah, well, we obviously know Brandon's history in the NLL and the type of player he was. And that's what we wanted to address. We wanted to bring in some toughness. And that started behind the bench. So we wanted to change the culture. We have a very young, skilled team, and we wanted those guys to, kind of play a man's game. And that's what Brandon does. He's an old-school coach, and he's really got buy-in from these young players.
You've added some size on the floor. We saw some of that size utilized. Tyler Hendricks unloading an absolute cannon, but you've added some size, some strength, some speed. Just talk about the team this year.
Yeah, we addressed that. We noticed last year going into that playoff series against Six Nations, they were bigger, stronger, and they intimidated us. So we wanted to address that first of all, and bringing up some guys up front, the big skilled guys, was great. And then on the back end, we wanted to bring in some size and some grit as well. And I think we've addressed that with some of these guys.
You talk about Six Nations, you want to match up with them. You took them to overtime in your season opener. How was that game for any fans who didn't see that one? Because, that was a nail-biter.
It was a great confidence booster for us. They've got a big roster there. And we knew we had to step up to that challenge. And we really did. We outplayed them, I believe, for probably 50 of the 60 minutes. We were up 9-6 with about 7 minutes to go. They tied it with 3 seconds left and eventually won in overtime. But, we came out of that knowing that we can play ball with some of the best teams in the world.
5-team league this year. Brampton coming back into things. How excited are you for this season? It feels like it's been a long time since we've been in this arena, but it's always great to get back in.
Yeah, honestly, you say this about the 5 teams this year. I think the parity is going to be incredible. You look tonight, it's 3-3 after one, and every team's just going to be so competitive this year. It's going to be fun.
And, Cobourg Community Center, you always get the great fan support. We've seen it here right now. The nemesis, obviously the minor system that look up to these Kodiaks. We had the U13s were winners today at the Laker Classic. But what's it mean to you to see all these kids out here who want to be future Kodiaks?
Oh, it's great to see. We started this program back in 2012 with the Nemesis, and to see it just grow tremendously over the last 11 years has been excellent. And now these kids, they're growing up, and some of them are playing Junior A and Senior B now, which is it's awesome to see.
A good opening 40 minutes here for the Cobourg Kodiaks. The changes you've made, you can certainly see that size, the strength, the penalty kills. Outstanding the way you've been able to kill off all those penalties. Obviously, you don't want to end up in the box that many times, but in those man-down situations, including that goal by Hendricks, you guys are looking pretty good tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. You try and stay disciplined, but you want to play physical at the same time, and that's what we're trying to get the guys to buy into, and it shows tonight. They're right on that line, trying not to go over it. Unfortunately, the refs seem to want to call out penalties on us tonight, and we're killing them off, and the guys are really buying in and kind of drawing off that energy.
Another big thing I've noticed, a big change, is the face-off circle. You guys have won most of the face-offs here tonight. You get a big goal, and then you win the face-off. You keep the ball in your possession after that. But what has been the difference in the face-off circle this year?
So we brought in Jonah Beam out last year. Unfortunately, in his first game, he suffered a broken jaw and had to miss the rest of the season. So we didn't know if he was going to be able to return. So I went and drafted Bo Columbus. And obviously, Bo is a great drawman. Young, big, strong, though. And then Jonah said, you know what, I want to play again. So now we have 2 excellent drawmen this year.
You can certainly show, and that obviously helps. Face-offs are huge in lacrosse. Getting away from the floor, though, as a team, sponsors, especially major sponsors, that's a big thing with keeping your team afloat and allowing you to do what you do. Just to talk about some of the sponsorships that are helping you guys out this season.
Yeah, absolutely. The community support, it's been amazing since we started the team in 2016. So this year, our sponsor, title sponsor, is ViewTech Windows out of Belleville. And he's been our title sponsor for the last couple of years. Fantastic supporter. And we've brought a lot of other businesses on board. So, we really appreciate the support.
And other things, obviously, you couldn't do without the great volunteers. We see them all around, whether it's selling Frisbees for the Frisbee toss, whether it's on the floor right now behind us helping out, the great mascot you have. But talk about all the help that goes on behind the scenes.
Yeah, it's been fantastic. So our families have drawn in their friends, and they volunteered. So it's been excellent that way. We get that buy-in. We've got lots of kids running around tonight. we get that buy-in from all the younger kind of lacrosse players that want to see the big guys play, and so we draw them in, make them volunteer. So it's great.
Is this a 12-month-a-year sort of job to get things going? As soon as the season ends last year, you're kind of getting the ball rolling for this season?
Yeah, it absolutely is. And I'm in constant contact with the players through their NLL seasons, their college seasons. So, it is 12 months a year for sure.
Well, John, we certainly appreciate your time. The team is looking great. Love the improvements you've made. And thanks for taking the time, both intermissions, to speak with us.
Thanks a lot, Scott. We're really looking forward to the season.